whether it's even if it's just judgments or food, you know, like it's just breath, like, okay, what are you doing right now? What is your present reality? Is it what that person's eating and how they're judging you for, you know, how you've healed through urine and you're experiencing that, you know, and like, or why can't you just like come through with this blissful thing? Like, I finally found this, you know, that's why I love you so much, is like, you're just in such this like easeful, blissful attitude that's like, I want that, you know, for myself. I want to resonate with that. I don't want to resonate with shame.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, when I see people or people come to me in their experiences, I even want to ask you maybe this, maybe you
Mm-hmm.
experienced this. I personally experienced this when I first got on this journey, in the sense of being in that shaming other diets and stuff like that. I found myself actually binge eating the most
Yes,
within
exactly. That's
that mind state.
or like, yeah, that binging, like, I don't even know, like just like having those cravings pop up and being like having this like deep shame, and then eating it, and then having a deeper shame after that, and then just like,
You're bringing that energy into
yeah,
your food, people.
yep,
Hello.
exactly. And I'm like,
Stop shaming,
it's
regardless.
and it's crazy like how your relationships with people just change completely the moment you kind of like, you like see yourself in that. You're like, that is me. Like, oh, this is so sad. Like, you have to really sit with the grief of like the knowledge that we haven't had, and how like everyone's just doing their best. It's not personal, and it's not like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's so easy to not, when you see things outside of you and all these systems and all these programs, that you're like, you know, you're gonna like feel like the other, and like that's not comfortable. It's not comfortable setting the new tone, and it's like you have to really sit in that, and like hold the grief, you know, that you're at the dinner party a couple hours later or early, you know, you're just
Mhm.
waiting for everyone to show up, and like that's chilling, and it's not like, but like let go of the like knowledge of that. That's just what you're experiencing, and like what they're experiencing over there is like part of their journey, and it's like really just letting go of the knowledge of what you're actually experiencing too, so you can like keep experiencing that and knowing that you are doing it. You know what I mean? It's just like, if it's the truth, it's like you're gonna see it more. And I've lived that like through this experience, because like the dissonance with urine was so hard for me, and it still kind of is. You know what I mean? Just like thinking about how I don't really know that many people in my lived experience who are doing this. Like, there's a lot of people interested, and there's a lot of people who are so fascinated with how I do it. But it's like sometimes I'll stop for like a week or two right now, and where I'm at in my journey, because I'll just like, there's no one around me in my physical reality. And like I've been sitting with that a lot lately, and I'm like, okay, like why do I need to have this like reflected outside of me? Like, and it's just that hard thing of like, when you haven't seen something, it's hard to believe it. But that's faith, and that's like when you're like, you know, like ridding yourself of all these other ideas, you actually know what that truth is for you, because you're like living it. I don't know. I could rant about this all
I love that.
day, because it's something
Nah,
that I'm
nah.
like
Hey,
fully experiencing. But
you're speaking your truth. That's all that matters.
it's cool too, because I feel like the less I let go of like trying to tell people stuff like about anything, I'm starting to see people around me literally like bring it up to me and doing it on their own, and like that's
That's the
so much more.
power of embodiment. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. When I was living with roommates a while back, they saw me juicing a lot. They saw me doing everything a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
sooner or later, be like, everyone's juicing in the house. I'm like, okay. I didn't have to force any. I didn't
Right.
force anything on anybody. I didn't say, hey, your diet's bad. What you're eating is bad. All this. They just saw how I was living, and hey, it inspired them. And that's the power of embodiment. It is real, and it slaps me
Yep.
in the face all the time in terms of embodiment.
Yeah.
Like when we did the brain scanner with my breath, and then we tried other people's breath, but it didn't do the same thing with
Exactly.
increasing theta. And I'm like, damn, okay, I totally get embodiment. I definitely get it.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking about this in the terms of language too, because like I recently posted on my Instagram like the categorization of language ruins the feelings of things, and I feel like that's kind of what we're talking about. Is like when we start thinking about all these like judgments and stuff, we're like labeling our experience, other people's experiences, but it's like just drop all of that and like let things be what it is, and it's like you can just see that everyone's just in a different point of transition and like being, and like just honor that, because like if you've really been present through your whole experience and you're present now, you can just have gratitude and just like relate to that instead of judging it. You know what I mean? Like,
So, guys, we know that shame is inflammatory. In fact, there was a study done where they had students sit for 20 minutes and think about some experience in their life that was shameful. They measured their blood afterwards, and they found spikes in inflammatory cytokines. We know that from that study that induced shame cause a lot of inflammation. Unfortunately, we live in a global culture of shaming. Shame is not something people really want to talk about, even psychologists or psychotherapists, because shame is shameful. When you think about something shameful, it's like the worst thing. It's very uncomfortable to speak about. I think just getting into the conversation about it, just even journaling is one of the ways because it is inflammatory. I have found because I work with the autoimmunity community, and there has been a big connection between abuse, autoimmunity, in my practice, and there's a lot of shame there. Just having someone be there to truly share your experience in a non judgmental way is powerful. Not in the way that I'm going to fix you, but just to hear your story and have empathy for you with every breath. That's one of the ways that shame dissolves, because empathy is the antidote to shame. If we can have empathy for ourselves, if others can have empathy for us, then we can move forward. So, if you're really interested on this study, definitely check out the immunological effects of induced shame and guilt, published by the Psychomatic Medicine in 2004. Thank you all for sharing the breath. Peace. Last remark I want to make about shaming. When we're going through our healing journey, the less shame we can induce on others, the less shame we can induce on ourselves, and help us move forward towards healing for the better and stop shaming one another and start encouraging facts, start encouraging just healthy choices in the sense of why something is more beneficial rather than why something is quote unquote bad. If something has way more benefits to offer, then it just makes logical sense rather than demonizing or inducing hatred. In a sense, even if it comes from a good place, it's still demonizing, it's still malicious in a sense, and that energy echoes into the foods that you eat because the body doesn't know the difference in terms of your subconscious, because you're literally going at another human being who has mirror receptors, and their mirror receptors is firing off a certain way when you come at them in a certain way, and thus it's going to echo right back to you. You can't run away literally from yourself, because when you're shaming others, you're literally, again, that is even down to the science, you're shaming yourself. Have a wonderful, breathful day, family. Peace.
Hey, I had to go up because I had my little my pyramid and everything.
Oh, oh, you, you, you're touching my heart, Melanie.
Let me tell you, you did a video once about mindful eating and listening to the bowls and subliminal music throughout the day and stuff like that. And I realized it cut out a lot of my snacking.
Mm.
It cut out a lot of my snacking. And I was like, wow, I just don't have the desire to snack like I used to. I found that really interesting. I was just telling my friends, because, before I'm not really big on a lot of eating 3 times a day, but I do like to snack a lot. But I wanted to cut that out because, through this whole pandemic here, everybody been putting on a little bit of weight. So I wanted to try to get rid of it. And I realized listening to it at night, I have the bowl music playing through the night when I sleep. And then through the day when I'm doing pretty much my daily chores, I'm listening to it. And I realized I'm down to like just one meal a day. And sometimes it makes it easy for me to fast through a
Mm.
day, which was really difficult before.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So I had to share that. I had to share that. Plus, I had to, I had to show off my pyramid, of course.
Hey. Hey. I'm in awe. I'm
But I
always in
just wanted
awe.
to say I greatly appreciate you and everything that you do. I really do. I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to share that and to show you my little new accessory.
Fire. Fire. Oh,
Okay.
so how are you? How are you feeling? How are you feeling
Um. Well,
after?
when I first started following you, I had severe back issues, which
Mm.
is not as severe anymore. It's
Mm.
not as severe anymore. Once I started doing the breath work and going to do the grounding with the beach and everything, and even one day I saw you doing a TikTok video and you was walking and you was rubbing the tree. You said free energy. And I
Mm.
remembered that. So I was sitting at a friend's house doing some house sitting and my back started bothering me again. So I
Mm.
said, let me go out in the backyard. And I just started rubbing the tree and everything. And my back pain went away. And I was like, wow, this is just amazing. I was like, this is
Nature
just
has that
amazing.
natural medicine. Nature
Yes.
has that natural medicine. It's electric. It's there if you want it.
It's
It's there to provide
amazing.
you. It loves you because it's in your presence. So
I didn't
say
realize
what's up.
the power of the trees. When I first moved here to Connecticut, I had about 8 trees on my property, and 4 of them is right up against my house. And people were like, you have to get rid of those trees. I said, yeah, I know. But now I'm not getting rid of my trees. I'm keeping my trees. Those are my trees. That's free energy right on top, right near my house. No, I'm not getting rid
Mm-hmm.
of my trees.
Free energy.
Yep.
It's there.
But I just want to thank you for the breath work and
Hey, we have the pyramid guy.
I just want to thank you for everything, Devin. You've really been a big inspiration to me and other people that I know.
Oh, thank you
Really.
so much for hopping on and sharing. Much love to you, sis.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right.